there is only an unlimited amount of love for each human being on planet Earth. But it is up to you, each one of you, downloading it, accepting it in your heart. There is unlimited love provided for each human being alive on planet Earth, for each animal, for each bird, for each plant, for each child, for everyone that is in existence. There's unlimited love. But it is up to each one, and we include the animals, to accept that love. A human being is a complex being that is very allured by drama. A human being is such a complex soul coming to this earth for a very limited time and for a very, very extensive learning in such a limited time. So the human being has internal conflicts at all times. Each second, it is rare that the human being lets go. To let go of the complexity of every entanglement, of every difficulty of your life, to let go and to allow a few moments of simple connection with the existence that is allowing you to have life force, to connect with that simplicity through the breath of the immensity available for each human being. Consciousness is that. It is connecting. In a moment of consciousness, there's an acceptance. A connection is made through the breath of a human being's heart wanting to receive. So that is consciousness. Consciousness is basically connection to your own existence, to your own life force through breath, while doing tasks. That is the key point. It is easy to stand still and allow yourself to breathe and meditate and receive connection. But it is harder to do throughout your day, during the entire day, through the difficulties that the day will bring, to stay aligned in that connection to source. That alignment, that connection, that link, that thread that does not break, even if it's a small thread to that universal creative intelligence. A small thread will do. Moments of contemplation, of deep contemplation of your life force, of the fact that you are breathing, that you are in existence. Meanwhile, there is turmoil around you, everywhere, in your life, with your loved ones, the ones that love you and the ones that don't love you anymore. There's constant amounts of turmoil. And it is up to you to cut the BS and become the best version of yourself. Allow that best version of yourself to sprout. Not the worst version of yourself. Allow the best one. You have it. It's in there. It might be hidden by a lot of garbage. Anger, despair, confusion, lack of clarity, jealousy, you name it. Toxicity, it might be buried in that pile. But start cleaning that pile to find it, to find that true heart that you do have, that each human being has, because you are a creature of the divine. You are the divine. You must understand that God, the divine, is not out there. It is you, because you are that ultimate creation in existence. How amazing is that? You're breathing. You're not connected to the wall. You're breathing by yourself. And when you breathe, when you allow that beautiful, simple breath, you feel blissed out. You feel like a fountain that opens up and the water just flows. You feel it. Instead of thinking, oh my God, this is wrong and this is wrong, start feeling that beautiful inner fountain. That purified water is flowing in your inner fountain through the heart, through the breath. Imagine it like this, just flowing, purifying it. And the pile of garbage of your own dilemmas and thoughts and creations of the day and dramas gets cleared up. When you give it a chance, it does get cleared up. It's beautiful to start feeling that inner light coming through the heart chakra, the thymus gland, your throat chakra, your third eye, the crown chakra, allowing it to flow like that fountain. Give yourself the chance. If you stay always in the drama, more drama will be yours. Your monkey brain, your thought process, will be constantly dealing with the drama. That's what it loves to do. The monkey brain loves the drama. Oh yeah, this. It will take you deeper and deeper, accumulating more garbage, more anxiety, because you know that you're not being present. That is what anxiety is. You know, a part of you knows that you are creating toxicity in your life. Not light, not lightness. When things feel heavy, when your life feels heavy, become the lantern that gives light to others. Become the lantern that you think others should be for you. Become it. It's an inner work that lights the outer space. So when you see yourself going back into that duality, that toxicity, catch yourself. Give yourself a little chance. That's what we want to tell you. Give yourself a little chance to find the purest potential of your being. You are a divine creature. So give yourself the chance to find that light, that inner lantern, that inner potential. It's not that difficult. It is an allowance happening through the breath. And you start feeling that everything gets cleared up. The pile of garbage is pushed away, dissolves somehow. You start noticing the vibration in your breath taking over your entire self. Your shoulders first. You start feeling that fountain of light, of water, of blissful water, illuminating your field. When you breathe consciously and you give yourself a chance just to feel that light. So with your imagination, you can jumpstart it. If it is difficult for you, just close your eyes and imagine a light, a lantern in the center of your chest. Just imagine it first. And now you see a tiny little bit of it, a tiny little bit of light. Well, now amplify that light with your imagination. Imagination is like a jump start. Then we, the energy of the creation, We talk to you as beings, but what we are the energy of the creation, of the life force, of the universal creative intelligence. Once you have downloaded a little bit of sparkle of light, we know what to do with it. It is up to you to just jumpstart it and then to just stay. Stay there. If the phone rings, allow it to ring. You're not available. Stay present. We know exactly what to do to amplify that tiny little sparkle. And soon enough, you will realize that you are growing that light. And that the problems, the sadness, the lack of clarity, the confusion, maybe the depression, has a chance to melt. Clarity comes in. You start understanding that your only job is to be present. You start understanding that, feeling that, and then you just trust the process. You know that we have your back. You know that. And we know, and we can assure you that since each one of you is a divine being, that there is a divine spark inside each one of you, no matter who you are, no matter your activities, no matter if you have been good or bad, no matter anything. It doesn't matter. There is a divine spark inside your field that we are here to jumpstart it for you so that we teach you to create it first with your imagination through your breath, and then we amplify it. And you start feeling the feeling that it is amplified. And slowly, slowly, you start trusting that you are not alone and that you are never alone. It is impossible for a human being to be disconnected from the universal creative intelligence. You can do it by becoming unconscious and doing wrongdoings, hurting other people. You will just be piling up more garbage. The more you pile up that garbage, that BS, that lack of clarity, the harder it will be for you to clear it. It makes sense. It's very simple. Your job every day is to breathe and to allow that pile of garbage to melt and to trust in yourself that you are a divine being and that you have this divinity that wants to flourish, that wants to come out. That divinity wants that. Before you pass, before this incarnation is over, which it will be soon enough, believe us, before you pass, we must try to help you find that potential so that your soul can improve, advance, reach its destination, and not stay all the time through all this incarnation in the lower frequencies where the pile of garbage is getting bigger and the lack of clarity is getting bigger and the anxiety is getting bigger and the problems seem bigger. Although they are an illusion, they seem bigger. Everything that your mind creates, remember, it is simply a creation of your mind, and it is an illusion. So once you understand that and you're clear that you are a divine being and that you must, in this incarnation, forgive who has hurt you, even forget it, to create space for that divineness in you, that divine sparkle that can now amplify once it jump starts. And why is it so important to do this? It is because you are not a material being. You are a divine spiritual being. Your essence is spirit. You are in a body that is going to transcend very soon. It is not easy. You can try to stay young, but the body will age naturally to a point where it will dis-ease, become back to the reality of dust. And so you still have life right now. Although some of you are going through extreme pain, some of you are going through extreme sickness and physical disease, and that is a very painful moment to withstand. Fear, pain, disease, pain, anger, duality is a very difficult experience for a human being. But you have that gift of breath. So use it. Use it right now, at this very moment. Use that breath coming in and out. And know that that breath is what is bringing towards you all the goodness of the Creator and connecting you to that creation, to that divinity, to that creative intelligence, universal creative intelligence, divinity that is in you. You will change. We assure you that during this minutes of you experiencing this beauty inside of you, you will change. Your energy will change. The frequency that your body emanates will change. The people around you will feel it. The random people that you meet throughout your day will have a magnificent experience of your company. And there will be an exchange with those beings that will be divine as well. And that is exactly how you become the lantern, the inner lantern. You become it, and that lantern lights up the path. There is enough light for that lantern to help others, not only just you, but to emanate its light to others. And we urge you to try it. You see, if you only live your life in the material world, if you only live down there in that frequency of this reality, the material reality, where you can see, feel, and touch and smell beautiful flowers, but that is still in this reality. And we want to transport you to a different reality that exists within this reality. You don't have to go anywhere to experience other realities that exist within this reality. You don't have to go far. It all happens right here where you are. In this container. This container contains everything. It contains your ego, your toxicity, your duality, your anger, your confusion, your lack of clarity. This brain contains it all, but this container also contains the immensity of the universe, since it is every cell in this container is alive right now. It is alive. Do you understand that? It is alive. Each cell are alive right now. Your blood is moving. It is alive. Something is making your heart beat. That something is the piezoelectricity of quartz, of silicon dioxide underneath your feet. The amount of it underneath the feet, underneath the crust of planet Earth. The amount of that piezoelectricity is making your heart beat. every time you are synchronized with the heartbeat of Mother Earth. We're not joking. Your heart beats in dance, synchronized with Mother Earth. That is how come you exist. Crystals, quartz in particular, have been used for millennium by ancient, wise peoples all over the world. Why? They knew something. They knew about this material that is under the crust of planet Earth, and it was not randomly placed there. Everything on planet Earth is an immaculate creation. You already know that by just simply looking at nature. You already know that by simply looking at the sacred geometry of nature. You already know that by looking at the smallest hairs on a leaf. You already know that by looking closely to a rose, not only smelling her beautiful fragrance, but look closer and you will see the velvet texture on her petals. So you already have a glance through nature of how impeccable this creation is. You already have swam in the ocean or on a lake, and you already have felt that sensation, that overwhelming, incredible sensation of being surrounded by water, by nature. When you are immersed in water, we highly recommend it, because when you are immersed in water, you have a way, your container, your body has a way to pick up all the energy from the entire planet. Think of it. Imagine yourself swimming, floating in the ocean or a lake, and realize that because you are immersed in water, that everything in your body is contained by Mother Earth. More than if you are standing on grass. Yes, you're standing on grass and you're receiving the energy, but in water, the ones of you who love to swim realize that that feeling of being immersed in the sacredness of planet Earth is quite a beautiful experience. We highly recommend it for your healing process. You're here because you're listening, because something in you wants to heal. Something in your heart yearns to find healing, to bring healing to your container, to bring healing to your heart, to bring that essence from the divine, to bring it into your container, right? That's why you're here listening. We're not telling you very new things or impressive technological stories. We're just here to remind you of your truest being. That is our mission. We are the Council of AR, the Council of Altus Reciprocity, to bring back to you, to proximity, the energies of above, Altus, everything, to bring it back. That is our name. It is abbreviated as the frequency of AR for simplification. But remember this, it is Altus Reciprocity, to bring back to you everything that you have given away. Everything that is buried under that pile of garbage. But you will find it there, because you will find AR frequency in your heart, in your soul. It is there. So now it's a process of removing that pile of garbage, letting go, letting go, letting go of your pain. It is an illusion. Yes, some of you, and we're talking specifically right now to the ones in extreme fear, in extreme pain. We know that you are there, and we are not far from your existence at this very moment. We are in your breath at this very moment. The physical pain can be there. The fear can be there. The sadness, the extreme, excruciating pain. But if you just breathe and fill up with that divine love, if you just breathe and fill up with that divineness of light that is inside of you, if you just give it a little chance, we promise you, you will see us there. When you close your eyes and breathe, we promise you, we are there for you. The energy of the universe, the energy of the creator, the energy of the universal creative intelligence, perfection resides in that breath inside of you. So yes, we are called a council, a group. Many different helping spirits are in this council. We each have different personalities, aptitudes, and when we bring healing, we use our aptitudes. We use our different ways. Some of us have lived on planet Earth a very long time ago and had incarnated in human bodies. So we know what is the human experience like. We know pain. We know trahison. We know backstabbing. We know how it feels. So therefore, we have developed through millennium compassion for humanity. So much compassion and so much power to be able to bring that essence of healing when the heart yearns for it. When the soul incarnated humbly asks for help, we are able to, we know how, we know the way how to go directly into that beautiful place where this fountain can start emanating light and purification. Some of us are in animal form, power animals, spirited, powerful animals that have power. Do you understand what power is? Power is a second of delivery, a millennium of a second, the healing is delivered. We're talking about something very beautiful here. This is not just any conversation or delivery. This is for you to understand how much the universe cares for you, that it has implemented life on planet Earth with all its difficulties, so these souls, like your soul, can come and study on planet Earth school, take classes, levels of difficulty, depending on your soul's ray of knowledge and of experience. The levels of difficulty depend on that, but your soul wanted that difficulty, asked to come to planet Earth before incarnation to experience this difficulty so that it could have the chance to do this work. to go beyond the experience of difficulty, to understand that there is a beyond the physical experience of difficulty, and to experience divinity, divine protection, and divine bliss within any experience that is happening in your life. So the soul is very courageous to do this work. So the universe provides a planet, food, fruits, vegetables, water, trees, nutrition, shelter, intelligence. The universe provides everything that you need on this level of planet Earth. But what we're telling you is that it is not just that. It provides all of that for you to have an Earth school, to be able to experience what your soul needed to experience, but it is also providing all these other realities that you can access if you're willing to learn how to cross the veil and access all these other incredible, magical, divine realities that are available for you to access and experience, so that you can have this difficult life that you're having on planet Earth, and at the same time experience immense bliss, the immensity of the ultimate love. So the universe created everything to perfection. As we said before, you could never be abandoned by the universal divinity or creative experience, because you would only be on the level of planet Earth. You wouldn't resist even one day. You must understand, and for those of you who are proud that they do not believe in God or they do not believe in anything, and they seem to be very proud of that, well, you must understand that you would not have survived one day if this reality, this planet Earth, was the only thing there available for you. You would have died. You would have not made it. It is impossible to come to planet Earth with no helping guides, spirits, lovers, divine lovers, angels. It is impossible. We can assure you that you're never left alone. Even when you are in total despair and the pain seems so big and you feel so alone, look around. Start feeling. No, we're here, we're there, we're inside, we're everywhere. Start feeling us. Go in a dark room and just simply start feeling the energy between your hands, and open your eyes and you might see it even. Healing energy is all around each one of you. The very, very stubborn ones that want to do this incarnation without any help are having a much, much harder time than the ones who are simpler, of a purest heart, that accept the fact that they don't know everything, and accept the fact that they know one thing is that they don't have to do everything alone. Those beings have a simpler, humbler heart in a way, and it helps them. Because when there's pain, they just go inside and they pray, they ask in whichever way they know how. The stubborn ones that want to do it by themselves have to pile up more garbage. That little sparkle of light, of divinity, will be filled up with more piles of garbage. And it will be harder for them to release it. Not impossible, but harder. So it doesn't pay to be too stubborn. We know, we are aware that each one of you has a very difficult life story. We know, we are aware that no human being comes here for a holiday. You are placed on planet Earth for an incarnation because your soul wanted a physical container, a body, to experience this material world where you learn so much. So you're not really here by mistake. You asked for it. And you did choose your level of difficulties. And you know exactly before jump-starting this incarnation how long this incarnation will last. Will it be very short where the lessons will be very clear and very fast? Or will it be the endless ones that carry through the 100 years? Before coming, you already have a map. And then you have to forget everything and come. Come blank. Although children do remember in the first years a lot, that's why it is very noticeable that they have memories. They sometimes speak of them. But once you have passed the 10 years, 8, 9, 10 years, pretty much that memory is gone. And when you start working on yourself, you can gain back that memory. By doing this kind of work, you can start to put the pieces of the puzzle back together and understand why did you choose this husband and why did you choose that difficulty, and put the pieces back and start seeing, as a puzzle, when you start having enough pieces, you start seeing the story. And then once you start seeing your story, your life story, and you understand which ones were your pain points and your traumas and why, what was the reason for all this pain? It was not to attack you. It was not to hurt you. It was for you to have opportunities to transform that pain into something of value. Once you have transmuted that pain and found the value of it, then miraculously, the trauma does not affect you anymore. It just washes away. And you can talk about it kind of with a proud feeling because you're courageous, you overcame so much. You know it's your story, it's not somebody else's story, and you start owning it, making peace with it, embracing it. It is you. It is your unique life story, has your fingerprints in it. And when you embrace it and you are willing to let go, you're not in control. You're really not in control. The only thing you can do is create that puzzle, find the pieces and put them together so that you can start seeing the story. It's like a painting. It's your Akashic records if you want. It is the story. It can go into other times. It doesn't need to be just the story of this incarnation. Once you start to do this process and you work on your PowerPoints, and your pain points, you work on your traumas, then you can start accessing more information of what was your soul like in other times and what did it accomplish that has value in this time of your life. Why do you have a certain talent? Talents seem to be very old imprints. They're not just new talents. If you take a paintbrush and you discover that you are an amazing painter, you can have certainty that that talent was buried under that rubble of garbage. And because you started to clear things, that light started to activate yourself, your potential. And you start grabbing the filaments of your potential, of your soul, of other times, and you start using them today. And that is a well-lived life. That is a life that has completion. A well-lived life is when the puzzle starts having all its pieces. You can start to see the story for what it is, realize that the traumas were there to help you understand something, transmute something. You start seeing that the pain endured, that the difficulties endured, that the solitude endured, what had a meaning. It was meaningful for that soul to live alone, or it was meaningful for that soul to have an extended family, a big family. It had lessons, it provided lessons. So it is soul work. Living on planet Earth is beautiful for the soul. So take advantage of this time that you are alive and try to find that potential, that divine potential, and try to make your pile of garbage a little bit less, to clear some things. Then we will soon start working with the ones who are ready through Sandra, through courses, through online Zoom calls, maybe healing sessions. Private healing sessions are very powerful to do this work. We are training this container. We're training Sandra. She's a work in progress to be able to be used for this work, because there's need and she wants it. Her heart wants it. Her own physical container is living an extended life, an extension to her own incarnation, so that she could give her soul the chance to work like this, to be of service, to be a container that can hold energy and bring it. So we are training her. And when you see her dressed, it's easy to criticize, but understand that she is gaining more of this telepathic know-how when she connects through sacred items that we have made sacred. So for her, a dress, a costume, a shamanic headdress is a way to bring in more of us inside her container, because she's only a living human being doing her own painful incarnation, just like you. So she needs, sometimes we're finding that when these souls that come, that want to do this human service for others, it's been a customary tradition for the practitioner to find the ways to more power. It's not done in a day. It is hard work. It comes slowly. The pain involved is quite large. In order to have this container that can hold more and more power, there's a shedding process also that happens. It is not done in a day. It is done with love, focus, trust, commitment, and a beautiful discovery of what it is like to use your human energy and explore other realms at the same time. So living in both realities at the same time. It is a sacred work, and for you to allow our frequencies through these words, it takes courage as well. So we honor each one of you that has listened to this channeled transmission from the Council of AR, Altus Reciprocity, so that we honor you for your time and your focus. Thank you.